get quite the classes that I wanted, but I don't know. Hi, if you're here just for the course registration part, skip to this part of the video. I'm gonna put the time code on the screen. I just woke up. It's around 10 a.m. I believe, and I need to quickly get my makeup, eat something, and then go to a PC bank to do the course registration, because I'm gonna explain you why while I put on my toner. It's from Max Dual Barrier Cream Toner for sensitive and dry skin. I don't have dry skin, I have oily skin, but I got this toner from a giveaway, so I didn't buy it myself. The reason why I'm going to a PC ban later is because I need to do the course registration for my next semester, and I heard some of the students do the course registration on their laptops. I even heard some students register for courses on their phones, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't like risking it, and registering for courses is such a big thing in Korea because the competition is insane, and if you miss the registration, you're basically screwed. Which is why I like to go to PC bans, really high speed Wi-Fi, and like their PCs are better than mine. I have a really old laptop and it's slow. It's really slow, and I don't trust it to register for courses successfully, so I always go to PC bans, and it became kind of a tradition at this point, so I'm getting ready to do just that. Next thing I'm putting on my face is this sunscreen. It's from Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sunscreen. It's currently like one of my favorite sunscreens that I've ever used. This time around, I'm also confused about the guidelines, and if you don't know, I don't know how it is in other universities, but at Ewha, at my university, there's a different date and a different time to register for classes depending on how many semesters you've already accomplished. My brain doesn't make sense right now because I just woke up. Basically, if you're a senior, like if you completed over 5 semesters, you have the priority in registering for classes. So usually the registration opens up for you the earliest. And depending on your major as well, some majors have the priority registration, some don't. And basically, if you completed only like 1 or 2 semesters, if you're a sophomore, you have like the latest opening registration time. The reason for confusion comes from this course registration guide that Ewha posted on their website. And to describe my situation, I finished 3 semesters so far. I'm technically a sophomore, but because I started from the fall semester and not from the spring semester, the system considers me a junior, because I started in 2024 and it's now 2026, so it counts by the year of your admission. Because I was admitted in 2024, realistically I would be in my 3rd year, but I only finished 3 semesters. So looking at this course registration that I just put on the screen, I don't know which time I'm supposed to register for classes, because this line here says that if you completed 3 or 4 semesters, if you're a junior, you can register on February 6th from 1 p.m. But this line also says if you completed over 3 semesters, and in brackets it says juniors and seniors, you can register from February 6th from 5 p.m. So, as someone who completed 3 semesters, I have no idea which of these time slots I am eligible for to register. So, to say is that the guidelines cannot be more confusing, because why can't they just what does that even mean? Like, which one am I supposed to fit in? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. Next thing I'm putting on my face is my favorite concealer. It's a concealer from Skin Food, Salmon Dark Circle Concealer Cream. In shade 1, Salmon Blooming. I have really dark circles, and I also have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my face. So using like a regular concealer doesn't really work for me, and what I've learned is that you have to use almost orangey salmon like concealer to actually conceal like really dark circles. Okay, next thing I'm going with is my Laneige foundation. Some of the stickers fell off actually because it's so old. Like I have the hard case from when I first bought it like 2 years ago. I don't know which shade I have. I think it's 21 natural or something like that. I have the teal color version, which is good for oily skin, but I also tried the pink one, which is supposed to be for dry skin, I think, and it's good to use during winter. But the thing I need to do is my brows, and I bought this pencil from Clio. Is Clio Kill Brow Auto Hard Brow Pencil in the shade, no idea. It's shade Natural Brown, and I don't really like it that much because I keep trying to buy like brown shades for my eyebrows that are literally not brown. They're like the color of my hair is black, and I need to just stop trying to force the brown color because it just looks different and it doesn't look good. But the other thing that I don't like about this pencil is that it's really thick. Like is really thick, and it's hard to draw a thin lines with this pencil, so I'm gonna use it all up, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it again. Okay, the brows are done, and next I need to like powder my face to set the makeup a little bit, because if I don't do that, it's just gonna disappear after a couple of hours. And I'm using this powder by Innisfree, and I also used the brush that I bought from like Daiso for really cheap, and I want to like set my eyebrows a little bit with the powder as well. Next, eyelashes. Using the eyelash curler that I had for like, I don't know how long, probably like 5 years or something. The lashes are done, and I'm using this Romand mascara, which I really like it actually. I've been repurchasing it for a couple of years now. It's called Han All Fix Mascara in Volume Black, and it really does give you quite a big of a volume on your lashes. Okay, but like the only annoying part I don't like about this mascara is that the wand is quite big for my eyes, and I always get it on my eyelids. So after I put on mascara, I have to go with a Q-tip and micellar water to remove all the mascara that I put on my eyelids. Basically, I just sort of stop here most of the time, but also I can go in add some blush, and this is my blush at the moment. It's from Clinique, and in the shade Cheek Pop Blush Pop 19. And the way I've been wanting this blush for so long, it's been in my like savings at Olivian for so long because it's so pretty. Like, look at the design, the little flower, come on. And I'm going in with this MAC lipstick, 834 Cream in Your Coffee. I don't put it like full on, I just dab it the Korean way. I'm ready to go. I need to just eat something, and then I'm ready to go to PCban. So see you there.
A few moments later.
So unfortunately, the rest of the video I'm gonna have to narrate this way because I went to a PCban and it was full of teenagers, specifically teenage boys who also sat very close to me and were gaming and were talking very loudly, and by talking I meant just cursing in every single sentence. So I can't really use the original sound. I'm gonna have to narrate, but yes. At 12:30 sharp, I rushed to a PCban, and I approximately had like 20 minutes to set it all up, which was plenty of time. But what I did not anticipate is how little available spots were left in the classes that I wanted to take, because like I've said earlier, seniors already had their registration at like 9 a.m. I'm pretty sure, so all the good spots were almost all taken. So the first things first you need to do before you start course registration, if you're doing it at a PCban, is first to enable pop-ups, because when you register there will be a pop-up and it's important that it's available and it's enabled. Next thing you want to do is you want to see the clock very precisely so you can see the seconds, and as soon as it hits 1 p.m. in this example, you want to click enter the course registration, right? Well, like I've said, it was very loud in that PC ban, and it was surprisingly very crowded for a Friday, which is like a weekday. It's very loud. I couldn't really concentrate, so I put on my headphones and I played some music. And this is my current favorite obsession, is the Joe's latest album Crooks, and this song in particular, Egg, which has a funny name, but it's really good. I've been listening to it non-stop.
12 seconds later.
Here's what I mean when I say that I hate course registration because it's so stressful. Here, I'm not showing you which classes I have in my wish list because privacy, right? I don't want to get stalked. But for example, first line is the class that I put in the first line of my site. So when course registration starts, it's going to be the first class that I click into, because the current capacity, 50 people, which means that this class hosts only 50 students. Current registration is 46 people, which means that 46 students already registered for this class. As you can probably tell, there's only 4 spots left in this class, and 135 people have this class in their wish list. So 135 people are competing for these 4 spots. And you can see the second line that I have here is another very competitive class with a current capacity of 46 students and 45 students already being in this class. So I ended up giving up on this class even before course registration when I saw the numbers, because I realized that I probably won't be able to grab that one spot competing with like 100 other students. So I just gave that up and focused on other classes, and it was a good decision at the end because I just knew in my heart that I would not be able to grab both of these classes, because you only have like millisecond to grab a spot, and I would not be able to grab both of them. So I had to decide, I had to choose, and I chose the first one because the odds were just better, and I ended up getting that class, so it was a good decision. Here was the final moment where the clock almost hit 1 p.m. So this time you get ready, you put it into 2 windows. So first is the window of the clock, put it in like the corner, make it as small as possible, put it in the corner, remove the date, remove the alarm, just leave the minutes and the seconds. And then practice clicking as fast as you can, because that first click will be life or death. And don't click when it says 12:59, click when it says 13:00. So as soon as it hits 13:00, that's when you actually make the first click. And I ended up getting the first class with 4 spots left. I ended up grabbing that spot, which was really good for me. I was not able to register for class that I was really excited about. It was an elective class. I knew the professor, but for some reason it didn't have a lot of spots. Like the availability was only 10 students and there were only 5 spots left, and it was like on the 4th line of my wish list, so I was not able to grab that spot, which was really upsetting actually, but it is what it is. All in all, it was not the schedule that I was expected it to be, and that definitely made me a little bit angry. But I'm trying to see the positive. I'm gonna spend the next couple of hours reading the syllabus, because I had to scramble for some random classes that I've not even read the syllabus before. And I'm just going to spend my time trying to decide how I'm going to proceed further. But it's very normal to feel very discouraged after your first course registration, because it's not easy and it's so infuriating and it's so annoying, but you just have to adapt. You just have to pick like the best possible option. Maybe it's not going to be perfect, but at least, it's going to be doable. Smelled like musty teenagers in the PC room, which I was surrounded by. I'm upset because I didn't get quite the classes that I wanted, but I think I still have did a good job regardless, so I don't know. Every time is a stressful experience.